Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you're well. I do want to take a second just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there, so guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating for you, Taurus, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? Taurus. All right, Taurus, you are starting out with the Ten of Swords. You have the Five of Cups and the Star card in the reverse. This is tough energy, Taurus. I'm not going to lie. There's a feeling of deep pain over an ending. I do feel like you kind of wish to escape it, to fly away from it. It's because it's so painful. Somebody betrayed your trust. I do feel like there's a deep sense of loss here, a feeling of alienation, a feeling of being left out in the cold. And there's some hopelessness that is accompanying that. It's a very difficult energy that I'm dealing with, so my heart does go out to you. I do feel like a lot of you, because of a need to heal, you've kind of closed your heart off a little bit, and there's a feeling of wanting to escape these feelings. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Taurus energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. We have the Courage. You could be dealing with a Leo. And we have the King of Pentacles, which would be Taurus, like yourself, a Virgo or a Capricorn. So I do feel that this person in your energy, there's a sense here of trying to release or let go of the past. This could be a soulmate that you're connected with, or you could know this person for a very long time. This person in your energy is trying to find the courage and the strength to let go of something from the past or to release this connection. They are clearly feeling as if they are having to let this go, having to release it. There's a sense of coldness here, but they're basically saying it is because of Taurus that this coldness is here, that their feelings are here, but they're in a lot of pain, and it's taken a lot for them to be able to release this and to let this go. So let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. Show me the energy between Taurus and this person. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This connection has ended because it was not stable. There was a lack of stability because neither party was working on the connection. So I do feel that both of you think about each other a lot, but you're feeling like this person has left you high and dry, and they're feeling like they had to do this. They had to walk away. Show me what is affecting this connection. There's just definitely a lack of stability, though, in this connection is why it ended. All right, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse and the Wise Old Man, which is the Emperor in this deck. Okay, so I do feel that this person took, it took a lot for this person to release this connection, to let it go. They're in this energy where they feel that they have to do that. They feel that they can no longer work on the connection. Now, you could be dealing with an Aries here, but this person is feeling like they have to take charge of their own life. They have to have the courage to move forward. And it's very painful. It's very hard for them. You're feeling absolutely defeated by this. You feel like, you set out to basically conquer the world with this person, and now you feel like it's just not going to work out. There's a deep sense of loss in your energy. Let me see the outcome, Taurus. Show me the outcome for Taurus. The Nine of Pentacles. So this is the energy of being single, of being strong and independent. So that is under these circumstances, it's good. It's better than it being in the reverse. These are just tough energies, and honestly, it's hard on both sides. So I do see the two of you both becoming single, not understanding or knowing on either side that is a gift, but why will be revealed. Now, at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. This is underlying energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But as an underlying energy, it's the energy of boundaries. It's the energy of, having clear boundaries. It's the energy, and having received those clear boundaries because of pain that you have, dealt with here in the past. It's also the energy of communication, and it's honest and clear communication, but with boundaries. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Ten of Swords here for Taurus? Show me the Ten of Swords for Taurus. I can see it. I can see an argument that's happened, or at least sharp words. Show me the Ten of Swords for Taurus. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So Taurus, this is telling me that this was not a balanced connection. There were sharp words that were said. Were they truthful? Yes, but they were very sharp, and it led to a deep sense of imbalance here. I do feel that whether it was you or the other person, whoever spoke only spoke from their point of view. They didn't encompass the other person's point of view, and it was almost a sense of selfishness that made the words seem very sharp. Now, it's unclear if it was you who spoke sharply or it was the other person. It's not even about whether or not the words were true. It was the manner in which they were delivered that has created such an imbalance. Show me the Five of Cups. Show me the Five of Cups for Taurus. It's too many. Show me the Five of Cups for Taurus. And it's almost this energy, Taurus, of a hit and run, like saying something, saying it very sharply, and then dipping. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Empress in the reverse. All right, so this is the Queen of Pentacles is your energy here. It's showing me that you're very focused on your work. You're doing a lot of self-care because you have this sense of being basically left out in the cold. There's a sense of rejection and abandonment here. So you're kind of looking at your own self. You could be pouring yourself into work. You're focused on your happiness, your own happiness, your money, your home, your children if you have children. And you've made a decision not to nurture this connection. There could be a little bit of a sense here of a sense of needing to look at your own value, your own self-esteem. I feel like you've made a decision not to nurture this connection, though, at this particular time. Instead, trying to pour that energy back into yourself and, get yourself stabilized again. So I also feel like you may feel that this person disrespected you, that they may have breadcrumbed you, that, if you were going to receive nurturance, that basically it had to come from yourself, which is not a good feeling. So let me see the Star card in reverse. All right, so Four of Wands reversed. We see the ending because of the lack of stability, and then we have the Ten of Cups. Now, you're feeling pretty hopeless about this, feeling like, everything is just crumbling. And it is somewhat, but there's a reason for that. And I do feel like hope is not lost. It feels that way right now because of the lack of stability. Some of you may have even been married to this person, because I can see that there's a long-standing connection here. So I do see the ending, but what I'm also seeing is that there is happiness that is coming. It's just that right now you can't really see it. Yeah, the being single here is a gift. It's a gift that's being given to you, but right now you can't see it. But it is going to lead you to happiness. So let me look at this person's energy. Spirit, why is the Six of Cups here in reverse? All right, we have the Eight of Coins. We have the Strength card in reverse. So yeah, this person has been afraid to release this connection, to release, it's a very strong, very long-standing history. They've been afraid to let this go. This is somebody who definitely focuses a lot on work. But the thing is that they focus so much on work, but yet they're not doing as well because there's a lack of attention to detail. And that lack of attention to detail has also shown up in this connection. This is somebody who works very long hours, though. I also feel like this is somebody who feels like something here from their past is being ripped away from them outside of this connection. That's their fear. They operate out of fear. So I do feel like this is somebody who definitely needs to work on themselves, and they're resistant to doing that. Again, I'm seeing Leo energy here for some of you. So let me see. They would be willing to work things out, but I feel like it may have gone beyond that point. Show me courage. Why is the Courage card here? Show me the Strength card, please. All right, so we have the Six of Cups in the upright. Now here they have it in the reverse. We have Judgment in the reverse, and we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, this person is lacking in courage. They're trying to find the courage to take charge of the situation. And I do feel like they don't necessarily want to release this connection. I feel like they feel that they have made some very poor judgment calls, and they are now feeling the consequences of those actions, those decisions. I can tell you right now that even though they work very hard, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Their money is not coming through the way they need it to. And so I do feel like they have very little insight into why that is. I also feel like they are realizing, however, that they have made some poor judgment calls. And so this person, they go back and forth between, trying to release the past. And that's not just necessarily with you, Taurus. That's in other areas of their life. And then being afraid to do so. So I do feel like they have made some really poor judgment calls. And they're beginning to become aware of this. But they don't know how to move beyond it. They're trying to find the courage to reverse their situation. So, yeah, I don't know who you're dealing with here, Taurus, but this person, they're back and forth. They're back and forth. It's like they're a very indecisive energy. They don't know what they want, is what it appears. And as a result, they make bad judgment calls. Show me the King of Pentacles. But then they blame it. It looks like they're blaming it on you. This person could be a business owner. That could be what's happening. This could be something to do with a business that this person owns, or they might be a high-level manager, and they actually allow fear to make their decisions, and it's causing them to lose their business. They're trying to find the courage to think differently, to act differently, to do differently, but they're still very unbalanced. They go back and forth. All right, we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Page of Cups. So this person's likely to apologize to you. The only thing that makes me feel a little bit worried about that is that this person is still basically saying, yeah, this is really Taurus' fault. It's not really my fault. So I do feel like this person there may have been somebody new in this person's energy. Even though they were involved with you, this person, there's somebody new that could be in their energy, and that person could have offered this cup of love to them, or they could be offering it to this new person. And if that's the case, why are they going back and forth about whether or not to hold on to this connection? No wonder you're unhappy with this person, Taurus. They're very up and down as far as what it is that they want to do. Now it makes perfect sense to me why we have the Queen of Swords here. You have to put up your boundaries with this person because they are disrespecting you. There's this energy of, them wanting to let go of the connection and yet being afraid to do so, likely for financial reasons. And so therefore the connection, they're not actually working on the connection. And so therefore it's not stable. It's not stable at all. But then they blame it on you. Wow, that's not cool. And there is like a new energy that's present here that they're offering their emotions to. Let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. All right, we have the Eight of Wands, and then we have the Two of Cups. So they're going to reach out to you. They're going to reach out to you and try to work this out. They're trying to figure out how to do that, how to get the courage to do that. And I feel like you're going to block them. I feel like you know that this person may be giving their energy to more than one situation or one person. And I feel like you're going to tell them, look, I know what you've done. I know the things you've done. You're going to speak your truth if this hasn't already happened. And you're blocking this person from trying to bring this connection back together because you know that they've breadcrumbed you. You know that they've been rejecting and disrespectful. And you know it's not a balanced connection. So you're going to block it if you haven't already. Let me see. Show me what's affecting this connection. And the reason this person is trying to work it out is because of fear. They're afraid of letting you go, but not so afraid that they're not over here dallying around with some new energy. Let me see. Show me what is affecting this connection. This is the energy of somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too. They're afraid to let you go, but they're over here, bringing in other energies. And I can clearly see why you're so distraught by that. I would be too. All right, so we have the Chariot in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands can sometimes be a little player. So, yeah, this is not moving forward. There's been a lot of stuck energy here. You've kind of ground things to a halt, even though they're trying to hold on to you and to work things out. You've basically said, you know what? I'm going to nurture myself right now because you're being disrespectful, and I'd rather let this go. I don't care how many, years we have spent together. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm being disrespected, where I'm being rejected or left out in the cold. So I do feel like you are basically putting the brakes on this, Taurus, and this person is coming towards you. Now they're taking action. Now they're taking control of the situation. And I do feel like they are saying, yes, I used bad judgment here. And now they have the courage to come towards you and try to bring this back together. It's because they feel you slipping away. There's also a sense here of, you have either close friends or family members that don't like this person or don't think that they're good for you. And I feel like those people are saying, look, Taurus, this person is disrespecting you. So I get it. very strong energy of this person being in a position of authority of some sort, or possibly a business owner. Let me see. So you're putting the brakes on this, and I do feel like that's causing this person to feel unbalanced. Like what am I going to do, you know? So let me see the outcome for Taurus. Show me the outcome for Taurus. You might be dealing with a Gemini, a Cancer sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Very strong Leo. Show me the Nine of Pentacles. Show me the outcome for Taurus. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed. And we have the Sun in reverse. So yeah, this person, so there's a single energy. So I see a breakup type of energy here. I feel like you feel pretty hopeless about the situation. I see the ending. But you're doing it because you know that you need to heal. You put those boundaries in place. You're not happy about it, but you put those boundaries in place for a reason. And I do feel that this person, and so I see both of you going through a temporary, and I have to stress temporary, being single, being on your own. And I feel like you're unhappy with that energy. You're unhappy being on your own. You want to be happy. You're feeling unhappy. And so I do see a reconciliation happening here. Now, that being said, I don't see the resolution of all these problems that's taking place. This person, once they feel you breaking away from them, moving out on your own, seeing that you can be independent and strong without them, that's when this person comes rushing back in, you know, breaking the silence, taking action, trying to get on the same page. And I feel like saying, oh, you know, Taurus, we can work this out. Let's not let this go. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know. And that's when they come in bringing this cup of love and, you know, doing the most, right? But the fact is, and probably even an apology here as well. But the fact is that this person is still over here giving their emotions to this third party, this new person that is in their energy. And so I do see it coming back together, but I have to question why, Taurus, because I still see you being unhappy. And I also see that you don't know what this person is truly doing over here. You don't know that this person still has other people in their energy. So I clearly see third party energy still present is the thing. Bottom of the deck is a Three of Swords. This is underlying energy, and it basically is saying, yes, there's some third party energy here. And while this has been very painful, there's underlying pain that is going on as well. And there is a deep need to set clear boundaries and to communicate the pain that this person has put you through, to communicate it to them. So, and what I'm seeing is a reconciliation, bringing this back together because of being uncomfortable being single, being uncomfortable being, you know, on your own, or, you know, uncomfortable with the loss. So, but it is your decision, and I wouldn't let anybody else make your decision for you. You have to do what's best for you. All right, so let me pull a oracle card, Taurus. I just feel like this person is going to come back in and tell you everything you wanted to hear, and you're going to believe them. All right, so bottom of the deck, from the oracle deck, we have help from above. Well, that's good. That's comforting. Let's see what that reads. Give me just a second. Your positive intentions and heartfelt prayers have been heard. You are loved beyond your wildest dreams. Divine beings are working on your behalf to create the perfect circumstances for you to heal and open your heart. There is a higher order and timing to all things. You are being asked to work on your self-worth so that you can receive your greatest good in the form of incredible love, life-transforming opportunities, healing, abundance, and divine inspiration. Keep asking for higher help and intervention in any area of your life. Then follow your intuition and lower your barriers. Let go of any notions of how divinity will bring about your deepest heart's yearning. It may not be in the package you would expect, but it will be life-altering. Your heart is about to be challenged to open wider than ever before, and that might require you to feel some fear and pain. Do not run away from this experience. Take steps forward with faith that your greater good is coming. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful for you, Taurus. If you've resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.